Welcome everyone to the Nerd Nook. I'm your host Evan Teague. With me, like always, is my marvelous friend Noah Bailey. And I know I've used that one before, but it's always relevant. So, especially when we're going to be starting off with our Captain Marvel review. Now that I've finally actually seen it. So, initial non-twirly thoughts go.
Um, Good movie. I mean, not totally like super necessary to see it if you like just want to like plug in for the Avengers stuff, but I think it does have good stuff and it good Easter eggs or past Easter eggs, however that works.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, like these are yeah, good. I like some of the character dynamics. I think some characters were definitely better than others, and yeah, she was pretty OP.
yeah. I felt it was a very solid movie. Um, I was never like super emotionally invested in what was going on, but
Mhm.
that's okay. Like it was still a fun movie to watch. Like I was never super invested in like any of the Guardians movies or even Iron Man really, but like they were still just fun movies to watch. And if that's honestly like for the most part, that's what I go to see a Marvel movie for. So for me personally, I really enjoyed it, and I watched it with three other girls. I went with three other girls, and they also just loved it just for what just for the themes the movie produced. Like I enjoyed it just as a fun action movie. They enjoyed it for
Mhm.
like I felt like it was as good as it needed to be.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay, spoiler time.
Going right in.
Yeah.
Okay. Where do you want to go from here? Just anything
um,
or
I want to start with how do you feel about her getting her powers from the Tesseract?
I think it's fine. I think it's kind of becoming a theme that powers are from the Infinity Stones in one way or another,
Mm,
which is again, it's fine,
yeah,
because they are the Infinity Stones. It's kind of what they're about.
yeah,
Um, I think her powers are cool. I think her powers are cool, but I feel like how do I say it? I don't know. Like I feel like they shouldn't have been able to been dampered the way they were. I feel like that was kind of weird.
yeah, yeah. Like she was given these powers from an Infinity Stone,
Right?
and then the Kree are just able to do what exactly to like they don't. I don't. I would imagine they don't really know what happened to her. Yet they're able to dampen her powers enough to she still has them and not full power.
Right?
And
Yeah.
also like the scene where she's just flying through space, blasting everything, destroying that one
Yes.
carrier. Like that is an awesome scene. However, I kind of feel like they could have and should have established what exactly her powers could do beforehand because when she's fighting the Kree soldiers inside the ship, she seems a little at least a little more vulnerable than she does outside. Outside she's getting blasted
Yeah.
at, like she's like flying into other ships like full belly
Yeah,
flopping
like
into them.
casually just,
Like she's straight
you
up
know.
Superman when before she
Yeah,
didn't seem to
basically,
be
yeah.
like
That
it seemed like she could have been stabbed
powerful,
and she would
yeah.
have died from that. But
Yeah. I guess that was kind of just a mixture of like maybe her like fully grasping the extent of her powers.
mm,
Because like when looking back at it, I guess she didn't really have an understanding of how like powerful she was.
mm,
So like that was her ability just like realizing, oh wow, I can take this whole thing down. Like it's nothing. Man,
yeah,
how what else can I do? And that's just like, oh, monster photon
mm,
blast or something.
yeah.
But
And then the scene at the end of the climax when she goes up against Drew Law's character, and like you're expecting to come full circle with them like having a hand to hand combat fight, and then
mhm,
no,
she,
she just blasts. Like that's
she,
fine.
she
I'm
Indiana
fine with
Jones.
that.
I was totally expecting. I saw that one coming. I was like, she is not gonna do this. Like she is gonna absolutely just shoot this. I thought she was gonna just like blast him like into space or
Mm,
something. It was. I thought it was funny 'cause I was like, oh, she, because she it. I did it, and my friend's like, oh, dude, she did the Indiana Jones. I was like,
right. Yeah.
yeah. We're
So
like,
many see the movies, but I have seen that
yeah,
scene. Yeah.
yes. It's such a yeah,
Mm,
and I think that was the right thing to do.
yeah.
As far as like the actual story of the movie went, I think it was okay. It was I thought it was a little boring, like
Yeah,
a
like
little
like I was
bit.
never super emotionally invested. Like I thought it was fine. Like
Right.
I could easily follow it. It was a fine story, but like nothing really grabbed me.
Hmm.
But I felt the thing that was the strongest about this movie was Nick Fury and
Yes.
Carol Danvers' interactions. Like even if the story itself wasn't like super, energized
Engaging.
all the time,
Yeah.
you still had their
Yeah.
little interactions, and I felt that was enough.
Right. Them doing stuff was still kind of cool, and
Mm-hmm.
like how they, yeah, just how they interact, and like their like banter was really good also.
Yeah,
Just like Fear just being like, well, what is the, and she's like, oh yeah, it's a photon blast. Like,
and
and like
and
he kind of says what the audience is
yeah,
thinking, like, okay, that's
was
great, but what does that do for me?
oh,
Like,
probably one of my favorite interactions was your name is Nicholas Joseph Fury. You have three names. Well, yes, but everyone just calls me Fury. What your mom? She called me Fury. What do you call her? Fury. I was like, that is great.
I was just like, what is that? Oh gosh, such a good. Also, I did kind of like how like to find out who she was a little confusing for us and her. So
Mm,
I feel like we were kind of trying to piece it together with
yeah,
her. So I
I
think that
wish
was a
they
good
had
point.
explained that the Kree had like messed with her memories because clearly what we saw in the very opening, her getting up and seeing uh uh what was the scientist's name?
Oh gosh, I don't remember her name, but
Oh,
I know.
Marvel.
Yeah,
Like seeing Marvel there and then seeing the scroll shooting her, that clearly didn't happen. So I wish they had explained that the Kree tampered with that, if that's even what happened. Like obviously, I feel that was there more for the audience to be confused along with her, as opposed to just that's what I don't know. That
and
could have
yeah,
been explained a little more.
yeah, that whole thing was a little. So I mean, we got the main point, I guess, but I was just kind of like, yeah.
Because like even when the scrolls went like were messing with her mind, like trying to find out information about Marvel, they still went to that scene as we've seen it.
Mhm.
Theoretically, if they're going into her unconscious, they should be able to see the real thing. Again, I feel that was an
Maybe,
instance where it's just the audience seeing it that way and not necessarily that's what actually was going on.
right,
But because I feel the scrolls would have mentioned something like I don't remember this happening, but whatever. It was
right,
still
yeah,
it was
it
fun.
was, yeah, it was all complicated. I don't know,
Mhm.
but yeah, I do like, I liked the I don't the the mom side character with the dog. I like the
Mm.
her interaction. She was kind of like a good like human perspective to keep this whole thing grounded.
Yeah.
She was kind of like, this is pretty insane. You
Mm-hmm.
got these like, I mean, scrolls. And I feel like, okay, I feel like the scrolls could have like, I didn't like when they finally reveal like actually the scrolls are the good guys and the Kree are the bad guys. Like, I wasn't surprised, but I was kind of like, if I was a scroll, you could have played that so differently. Like,
Yeah.
you didn't really help yourself seem very innocent this whole time. Now, granted, yeah, you're at war fighting for your life and all that stuff, but like you really were
Yeah.
like going all the way on the whole bad guy thing
Yeah.
up until
Because
that
he
point.
easily could have explained to her that they're on the same side when they had her captured, but he didn't even attempt to.
Yeah, they were just like, I mean, I guess trying to. I mean, it looked like they were trying to probe her and then destroy her. Like it didn't
Yeah.
look very like, hey, we're here to help you. Which again,
Mm.
if she probably would have killed them given the chance, but still,
Yeah.
they
And
still look like the bad guy for the most part.
like I'm I think I'm okay with the scrolls, actually being at least neutral. Um, Even though the comics, the scrolls being the bad guys in the like Secret Wars and whatnot is a pretty big plot point, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they handled the scrolls being good fairly well. Like they easily because like we all knew that the Kree were evil. We knew Ronan was the bad was a bad guy.
Right.
The um I cannot think of the Black Kree's name. That guy with the swords. Him. We knew him from Guardians. Like
Mm-hmm.
clearly we knew the Kree were no good. So the Skrulls being good guys wasn't exactly like a plot twist. But I
But
do kind of hope that in the future they don't stick with that and be like, some scrolls actually are bad, or the super scrolls themselves are more warmongering. So then you can have more conflict with them because that's still a very interesting piece of Marvel lore that they can very easily bring in,
yeah,
especially
that's what.
super scroll stuff. They need to
Yeah,
bring that in.
and that probably will be with maybe with like Captain Marvel's next movie or act in the MCU. They'll probably
Mm,
re-explore that because because you don't really because like if you think about it, like what else is Captain Marvel really gonna do? Well, it depends on how this next movie ends, I guess. If she's
yeah.
gonna go back in space or chill
Mm,
on Earth a little bit or what. But
yeah. And
for me,
there's like 20-ish years of stuff in between Captain Marvel and Endgame that we don't know what happened. They could make a movie
right,
there. We can make a movie after that. Like,
that is true. That is true.
yeah,
Yeah, continue the trend, and you don't have to pretend things are in the '90s when you're in space because we don't know how time
that's
works in
fine.
space for the most part. Yeah, but
um,
then she can come back to Earth and be absorbed by Rogue
yeah, exactly.
once we get X-Men. But
Yeah,
details.
and then also when she comes back, she'll see that the little girl grew up to be Miss Marvel or some other superhero because like she's
Hmm.
actually her own character in the comic.
Right.
So she'll be around 30s now, so that could easily work.
Yeah. I did find it interesting that she looks exactly the same in the trailer. Like I know that's obviously like because the movie was filmed like right after this one. Or,
Actually, Endgame or Infinity War and Endgame were shot back to back, so the after credit scene was actually filmed before Captain Marvel started filming.
oh, so they're so even better. So,
Yeah,
and I know that's what, but like I don't know how you would like make her look older. I guess, but
I think the idea is that Kree don't age much at all.
okay, yeah, I guess that would make sense. She's
Although I
got
do
every
have
other
one
power.
question: why are some of the Kree in this movie not blue? Like
I
Jude
don't
Law's
know.
character and there are just a couple that aren't. All the other ones are blue except for those
Right.
two.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's still a Kree.
that was kind of weird. Like some of them were blue, but some of them were like very much like I guess white or not even just white, like black. One was black too. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I don't know. Maybe blue is like a recessive trait. I don't
Or
know. Or maybe a common trait, or
or
I
is
don't
it
know.
like the planets that the Kree invade? They pump all their citizens
That's
with blue blood, but then why would they put Jude Law's character's blood into Captain Marvel if that's not natural blue? Whatever, it's fine. It's
I don't
just a
know.
little thing
I
they didn't
mean,
really explain. But
some people wanted to wear makeup, some didn't.
you,
Long
you can't
story
hide Jude Law's
short,
face. You can't do it.
but you know, but anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it probably wasn't that bad,
Yeah.
but yeah, overall as a movie, I think the the cat. I think the cat. I think okay. I'll say this. I think the way Nick Fury lost his eye was stupid.
It wasn't unexpected. Like that was a theory I had. Like a lot of people just like had that theory since the Florkins
Yeah,
were a thing. But and since he explicitly said early in the movie, like I trust you not to eat me. Like that was the moment where I knew, okay, that's how he's gonna lose his eye.
yeah,
Because he
but
said the last time I trusted someone, I lost
right,
an
I
eye.
lost an eye, right? And I mean, yeah, I get it. I thought it was gonna be like one of the guys. I thought one of the Asian guys was gonna be a scroll, and then he was gonna hit him in the eye or something. Like
Yeah,
I thought that was gonna be more,
yeah,
especially when like the
yeah. It was like kind of played more for laughs than it was like, oh, this is that moment. But I think it's fine. Like it got the point across. It needed to happen, and it happened in a
yeah.
way that like it was fine for me.
That was, yeah, I guess it wasn't terrible. I just thought it was, I thought it was a little bit lame, but I mean, get over
Mhm.
it. But,
Um, Speaking of Fury, I know that's not the point of this movie, but I kind of wish that Nick Fury had done like at least one more cool thing, like during the fight on the ship. He never
mm,
fired a gun at any point, like other than hold the cat. He didn't really
yeah,
do
I,
anything. It was
I
just
mean, the cat was the weapon.
I know, but I feel the cat was just kind of doing that. The cat
Yeah,
does
he
what the
kind
cat
of just,
wants, so
yeah, Yeah, he could have done more. I guess he could have done more, but they were captured on the ship, so I
I
mean,
know,
well, not
but
captured, but more than that captured.
like there were many times when he picked up a gun, but he never actually shot it. And the one
Yeah,
fight
yeah,
scene he did have was against Ben Mendelsohn's character, who just beat him up pretty handily. So,
yeah.
which was a
I
very,
mean,
I really liked the little. It was short, but I really liked just the choreography of that fight.
mm,
They'll like
yeah, it
throw
was
you up and
well
like
done.
like knee you against the wall. Like that was nice.
Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe it was kind of a point to kind of make sure Fury couldn't do a lot, just because maybe we do need help with all these otherworldly threats and stuff. Because
Yeah,
this is the first time he's seen aliens and crap, so
true, true.
it's like, okay, let's do something about this and
Hmm.
start this Avengers initiative. But
Yeah,
yeah, it was a little. I think it was a little messed. Those to be expected. I feel like Coulson was very underused.
yeah. Like he was a
Like,
rookie, but
but like he
he,
definitely could have done more.
yeah, yeah. I was kind of thinking that too, because like after he let them go on the stairs, he wasn't in the movie until the very end.
Right.
But,
And
yeah,
especially since we haven't seen him in a movie since the first Avengers movie where he died. But like,
that's not Agents of Shield. Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, but not like movie. But like, so I was like, okay, this is the first time I get to see Coulson in a long time. This is gonna be great. And
Mhm.
then he kind of just didn't happen. And I was just kind of like,
I have a
oh,
feeling
well,
he'll show up in Endgame. I don't know. I think
really?
that'll. I have a feeling that'll happen.
Give him a little something, a little nod or something.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Like I think
maybe.
he'll actually like be there, like with at some point,
Really?
like something, either like the Avengers are getting attacked or something, and then out of nowhere, like a blast comes out of nowhere, and Coulson like walks in with that big gun again. It's like I'm back, guys.
It's
Like,
like, he's like, oh, son of Cole.
yeah,
uh, that would be good, but
yeah. One
maybe. Hmm.
little thing, it doesn't matter in the slightest,
But it's
but
bothering you.
it bothers me a little bit, more than a little bit, but like it doesn't matter. But like
But it
it would
does
have,
though.
like it's a nitpick, but like it would have been so easy to fix. During the like when Captain Marvel finally gets her powers and she's fighting off all those minions, the very first guy runs at her, she runs at him, and then music starts playing. Which I like that song, it's fine. But then she punches the guy into a jukebox. I feel like the intention of that scene was to have the guy hit the jukebox and then the song start playing, but someone along the lines was like, "Oh, why would the jukebox be on? Why would it have that song in there? Is it even plugged in? We don't know." So they just decided we'll keep that in, but we'll we'll have the song play before that. Just having a little bit of context, because like throughout the movie, almost every single time the song is playing, it showed the context of where that song is coming from. And like in the Guardians movies, every single song being played is on Peter Quill's headphones.
Hmm.
So honestly, if the jukebox wasn't there, I wouldn't be having this problem. But like because it's there, it's like they knew that they were supposed to do it, but someone said no.
So specific. I
And like
mean,
that
I
fight scene
hear
outside
you,
of that
but
is
I just,
fine. I like that fight scene, but like that little thing, it doesn't matter at all. But like,
but it says so much. It doesn't matter in the slightest, but it matters
mm,
so much. But I hear you, but I
mm,
mean, it was still a good scene regardless. And it was a
yeah,
good movie. It was like a good
mm,
song too, so like it
yeah.
works. But I guess I get what you're saying a little bit.
Mm. Oh, and also we have to talk about like the very beginning,
Which part?
the
So, like
Marvel
training
credit,
thing?
and then with all the
Oh,
Stan Lee cameos in it.
yeah,
Like
that was
both
that was
times,
good.
I almost cried. Both times.
Really? Oh, it wasn't. Yeah, that was really good because I was not expecting that at
Mm.
all. Like I
Like
was
I
like,
was always expecting a cameo. I wasn't expecting that.
right, but it was like, I mean, it was just every cameo. I was
Mm.
just like, this man
Mm.
is a legend. R.I.P.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I think my theater cheered. It was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
That was the only thing my theater cheered about in the whole movie.
My theater shared a couple. Like once when Captain Marvel was like with up in space blasting stuff, they cheered a lot. I heard one
Oh
person,
god.
like one or two people, whoop when uh when the Avengers theme started playing at the very end. Like
Yes. That
just
was a
that
good
theme
moment
is
for me
so
too.
good. It is and like you all know why that's there, but like just
It
it's
was
like that's
dude,
first
it's
art. That
just
is.
like we get a little hint of it just like he's like yes, dude.
Mhm.
It's just I don't know, that's one of those things that's always gonna get me
Yeah.
hyped regardless of the context.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. As a whole movie was okay, but it had really good moments and like it sets up things well
Mm.
too. Like that's what I'm saying. Because like now, like I'm looking at this movie, especially like near the end where she's just going ham, and I'm like, okay, so Thor almost killed Thanos like by himself just
Mm.
fine, and now he's got Captain Marvel, and I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, like this is
Thanos
about
is
to
gonna.
be overkill.
And
That
if you
was
get
like
World
I
War
told
Hulk
the
in
other
there,
looking
that'll.
around, I'm like, like I'm just looking at her, I'm like, dude, Thanos is so in trouble, bro. Like she's like, she could just be like, oh, you think you're gonna take over my, boom, gone. Like,
Yeah.
dude, it's so crazy. But
Yeah, and I think I also feel that her getting her powers from the Tesseract kind of obviously you know why she's this powerful because in the comics she gets her power from like still from like some supercharged energy core thing that explodes onto
mm,
her, but the fact that you already know the power that the Tesseract has, that gives you context
right,
how powerful she is, but also you kind of feel that like there is a limit to its power. It's only as powerful as the Tesseract is. So theoretically, Thanos having
yeah.
all six stones is more powerful than her alone. So
I mean, yes, but also she's the equivalent of one herself too. So, like, I mean, it just adds to what they are. That just adds
yeah,
a significant portion to
yeah,
the amount of firepower they already have.
mm-hmm.
So that could, that's, adding an Infinity Stone equivalent is never a bad thing,
Mm-hmm.
especially when Thor's got Stormbreaker and I mean, it's not looking good for Thanos right now.
No, no, not in the slightest. So we're ready to like go to score using the 100 point scale.
Go for it. 100-point scale?
Yeah,
All
like
right.
8.3. I think it was a
Yeah.
very solid movie. I liked Carol Danvers just fine. One thing I kind of forgot to touch on is that a lot of people were talking about, you know, Brie Larson not like being super charismatic, not really selling it as much as she probably should have. Like the trailers, she was kind of wooden up sometimes, and like there definitely were some moments where I feel I don't know why they went with that take. She, I, there were a couple of times where it felt like she sounded a little lost in her voice. Like
Hmm.
I don't know if that was the director's fault or if it was her fault, but like it was only a couple of times, and people try to take this couple of times and be like, "This is her the entire movie." Like, no, she was having a lot of fun most of the time, but like
Oh, yeah.
mostly when it was just like the sit down and like talk with characters that like don't in moments that don't really matter. That's when it was most prevalent. But outside of that, I didn't have a lot of major problems with it. But I just wasn't really that invested overall in the story. So 8.2,
Hmm.
8.3, somewhere in there. I think
Yeah,
that's
I was like, yeah, I think I was like 7.98, so
mm,
pretty good.
yeah.
Not bad, not amazing, not the best
Mhm.
Marvel movie by any means, but not the worst either.
Oh
Very,
yeah. Yeah, people trying to say this movie
like,
is bad. Why?
no,
I want to know why.
it's not bad. It's fine. Like it's just fine. Like I'm just like, yeah, good job. Like
Yeah, I want to see more of this character. Like I feel like
yeah,
especially with just how the Russo brothers have made everyone amazing. I think her character will
yeah.
really
Everyone do
shine
it.
in Endgame.
Yeah, and I really, yeah, her and Thor, I think are gonna be the best character I want to see interact more. We got a little piece of that in the last trailer that came
Mm-hmm.
out, but I think just as characters, they're gonna match very well.
Oh yeah, yeah. Speaking of characters that mesh really well, did you hear that James Gunn is back on directing Guardians 3?
I did.
So
There we go.
yeah, I heard this theory like a while back that they Disney specifically fired him at least temporarily while keeping talks like behind the scenes just to have Disney look the best they possibly can during the Fox merger. Because if for some
Hmm.
reason Fox didn't want to do it, or like they saw this as something that like they can't trust Disney to, for whatever reason, then it might up the price or it might back out altogether. So,
Hmm.
and now that the Fox deal is done, the day
You're
it
like, okay, James
finished,
Gunn came
they
out.
brought it back. So,
I mean, that works for me. Like,
mm,
James Gunn knows what he's doing. And then he's also, but he's still on
yeah,
Suicide Squad 2,
mm,
which is good for both worlds because he did a great job with movies in the recent past. So he's back on for the Guardians, and he's also gonna make a Suicide Squad movie that theoretically will be better than the first one.
hopefully, yeah. It can't be hard. It'd be stupidly hard. You'd have to be trying to make a worse movie than the first
Yeah, I
one.
mean the bar is not high, but I mean it's just I need to see it first to
Yeah,
believe it.
yeah. Um, and also the script was already kept for Guardians 3. The one James
Mm,
Gunn wrote, so it just makes sense to
yeah,
have him back.
and also it wasn't Dave Batista threatened to like not do
Yeah,
it or something. I'm like,
I kind of would have.
yeah,
I kind of honestly, in a way, wanted to see them not go with James Gunn to see if he would actually follow up on that. Not
I
that I
mean
doubt his
like
word or anything. I just feel I was just curious if Disney's money would sway him one way or the other.
yeah, it's like, are you sure you want to do this? Like, oops, drops millions of dollars.
Hmm.
So that fell out of my pocket, But I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, again, like I personally wouldn't have been like too like shaken up if they had lost Drax. Like Drax never been my favorite Guardian
Yeah.
personally, but
I
I
liked him a lot
mean,
more in the second one, but he was still
yeah. But
not my
I mean,
favorite.
yeah, but yeah, I mean, now James Gunn's back. We don't have to worry about any possible other holdouts. So like,
Mm.
and it should be fine. And
Yeah.
I think this was the best movie because again, the stuff, although stuff is said was kind of off the wall. I mean, it was years
It
ago.
was
There's
years ago.
jokes like,
I feel like he's changed as a person. I feel like he's presented as much. So
right,
I think it's fine. Like they
yeah,
wouldn't
it'll
have
be all
hired
right.
him had they not. Had they
Right. They knew going
already
in
known
what
that. So
yeah, exactly. There's no way Disney didn't know their homework. I think just other people found out
yeah,
about
like
it.
Disney. Surely Disney has some interns that like it's their job to look at the past
Oh
history and
yeah.
hire
Yeah, they
some.
have a whole they have a whole background check department, I'm
Mm,
sure. But
yeah.
especially for, their directors.
Mm,
But
yeah. And I think they said Guardians 3 will start production pretty much as soon as Suicide Squad ends, which I think filming on that is supposed to end either late this year, early next year. So Guardians 3 could still be on track for 2021 like it was originally planned.
yeah,
So,
probably will be. I mean, because I mean, he can still be working on it. Itch then probably doesn't take that long to film.
mm,
But
yeah, it'll come out like either May or July or even make it a November title. Sure. Why not?
yeah, probably a later. I could see that happening.
Mm,
But yeah, that'd be awesome.
yeah.
Guardians 3, maybe it'll be better than the first two. Like, not that they're
Yeah.
bad, but just, up
Mm,
the ante, see how that affects. Will Gamora be back? What's gonna happen?
yes, but okay.
I mean, but will she though? I mean,
I feel
I,
like she will. Like I feel her soul is in the Soul Stone, and I mean,
yeah,
yes,
but
her corpse is sitting there in the bottom of a well, but like,
yeah, that's what I was gonna like. Okay, but even if she gets her soul back, does she just like get transported back on Earth
yeah,
somehow, or like
maybe
she's
I don't know.
still in, or yeah, she's still on whatever. What was the place?
Yeah,
Shoot, what is it called?
yeah,
I should know this. I just thought. I
I
don't remember.
just watched it.
I don't remember. It's fine. I'll remember like
Yeah, it's
randomly
fine.
10 minutes later. But
Hmm. Yeah.
uh,
Also, I remember today that James Gunn and Mark Hamill were in talks to do something together. So Mark Hamill could easily, be in Guardians 3. So,
Ooh.
yeah.
Mark Hamill? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
I would
it,
love
yeah.
anything Mark Hamill related, I'm on board for.
So, yeah, I'm very excited for that. Did you watch that Toy Story 4 trailer?
Dude, that thing. Mm, Toy Story stays playing with you, I feel
Is
like.
what?
Toy Story, yeah. I mean, I did see it. What did you think? Hold on.
So, it was a fine trailer. Like, I'm sure that movie is going to be good. I just have
Right.
this feeling that they're leaning a little too much on the the idea that this movie is gonna make you bawl your eyes out. Like every single trailer, every single interview is nothing but
Mhm.
um the cast members saying that like they got so emotional towards the end. The trailer was full of like that scene with
Yeah.
Andy. Like there's clearly this movie is trying to make you tearjerker before you even see it. While that is effective and I understand why they're doing it, the third one I feel what the reason why them all holding their hands going into that pit of fire was so effective was because you had no idea that was going to happen going in. Like you
Right.
thought, oh, this is the end of a trilogy. This is the end of the era. They could easily die here, and that would be the end of it. So that scene was, and also at the very end with Andy, leaving them for the final time, another very emotional moment because you weren't really
Mhm.
expecting that. I just don't know exactly if they're going to capture the audience as well with it being so much in your face. If that makes sense.
Yeah, but again, you gotta remember this audience that they're going for, like these people are gonna eat like people are gonna eat this up
Mm.
regardless, I think, because we're so invested in these characters to this point. And like, it's been a while since Toy Story 3, so we've had some time to regenerate the tears, to recry about them again. And like,
Yeah.
I think it'll still work this time. I don't think if they do it again, maybe not, but I think this time it's still gonna work because it's
Mm.
still emotional. And like, some characters are back now and like it's a different take on it. And like, I don't know, it's just something about Toy Story, just how they do it, just it gets your emotions going.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Like,
even I like during that trailer, even I was feeling it a little bit.
mm, like that trailer, it was like, I didn't dislike the trailer. I felt it, I think that movie's going to be good. Like, it, it definitely is in that kind of realm of, I'm still not entirely sure why they're making it. They haven't really given me the reason like, oh, this is the angle they're going for. It's just, oh, it's another got to get back to my human story. I just don't really know exactly what's going to be different about this over like far as like theming wise, but
Hmm.
I don't know. We'll see. The trailer itself, it was fine. Like did its job done. Did its
Yeah.
job fine. So
Yeah, one thing I am worried about, like they're gonna be trying to play like back to my human thing, but I feel
mm,
like it's not gonna be as effective as in past because we're not really invested in this new person yet. I mean, I
yeah,
don't even remember the person's name,
Molly
but
maybe.
I think so. Yeah,
Mm,
that's right. But like, I don't think when it was Andy in like Toy Story 2, like that was one thing.
yeah,
But like, like now it's like I mean, Molly's just some kid. Like,
yeah,
I'm not invested in Molly. It's like maybe they'll spend some movie doing that, but I don't know if they
yeah.
actually
I
will.
think they
But
will.
I don't know. But
Yeah, it's
we'll
gonna make
see.
$1 billion regardless. But like,
Oh,
even if
there's a Toy Story. Like, come on. We know how this ends. We all pay our money, and then
yeah,
we go. Like, even if you don't want to see it, you're gonna see it anyway because reasons. But
you just appear there one day. You just wake up and you're there
yeah, you
watching the
just
movie. It's like,
what?
how
What?
how did this
What?
happen?
Ticket? What? Popcorn? What? What? 3D glasses? What? How did I get here? I was going to work and I just woke up here.
um, do you know when the Disney streaming service is actually coming out?
I do not. I don't know if that's common. Is that common knowledge yet?
I'm not sure.
Let's see. Oh, according to this, nope. A late 2019 is all that is officially revealed,
Okay.
according to this.
That makes this next set of news interesting because apparently Star Wars: The Clone Wars is leaving Netflix next month.
Or wait, Star Wars: The Clone
Probably,
Wars is still on Netflix?
yeah,
Really?
yeah.
I did not
Which is
know
weird
that.
because Netflix produced the Lost episode season.
Right.
So will those 12, 13-ish episodes still be there?
I
Or does
don't.
Disney like buy it from
Maybe
them?
they probably buy it from there. They don't. They're probably not going to want not their own thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, because they're more than likely going to buy it from them.
Hmm.
And also, and I mean, it should be okay because like, what was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to
Oh,
say.
that's fine.
But, but um, but yeah, I mean, if like Disney more than likely will get the rights to that because it is Star Wars, and Disney doesn't want to have. I know they're not going to want to have parts of a series they want on different places. So I mean,
Hmm.
everybody's going to take it off for that while. Then, like when they bring it up, oh, Clone Wars season 7, here you go. Like
Yeah, here's season seven. And here's all the
something
stuff that
in
came
there.
before it. Like, yeah,
Exactly. If you're not, if you can't jump right in, rewatch this. Or I might
hmm,
rewatch some of it anyway. Like,
yeah. I think
yeah,
I have
yeah.
2 episodes left. The last 2 Yoda episodes. I just need to
Mm,
sit down and
gotcha.
watch. But after that, I'll be done. And then season seven later, whenever in November or whatever. I don't know. But
Mm, so good. Probably in December. Right around, I can see it drop in November, like right around when
November
episode 9 is supposed to come
1st,
out.
maybe.
That would be a very solid birthday present, I'd be honest. No.
But them taking it off Netflix in April, I don't know why they would take it off
Early.
so early when it's coming out probably later, like Q3
I
or
mean,
four this month. But I don't know.
I'm forgetting. I mean, they're probably just doing it just because they want. I think they're just gonna like as the year, they're just gonna purge Netflix of all their
Yeah.
stuff. So like maybe some stuff sooner rather than later. But I mean,
Mm,
by that time, it's all gonna be out. Anyway, I think this might just be the first wave of stuff, just because maybe people aren't watching it as much as they're watching like maybe some Marvel movies on there, or like
yeah.
some Star Wars stuff.
Mm.
Is the
Okay.
Last
So
Jedi still on here?
I just hope that they let us know well in advance beforehand because I wanted to
It's still on here.
I want to somehow some point get around to watching Daredevil. I want to watch Punisher. I want to watch Luke
Mhm.
Cage. I don't really care about the other two, but
They're,
especially
but
after the
still,
second
they're on
movie.
there, so you're like,
I
yeah.
want to experience these shows at some point without having to get another service. So if they
Yeah.
let us know well in advance if they are even removing those, because I know those are Netflix produced, but
Right.
I don't know.
I
Hopefully,
mean, they aren't. Yeah, they are Netflix. It depends. I don't know. Maybe Disney will decide whether or not they're worth. I guess
mm,
it can happen. They can be like, no, we want these.
yeah,
But I mean,
yeah. Like if they take Infinity War off before Endgame comes out, you're gonna have a problem.
yeah, because everyone's gonna be like, oh,
It's
but
actually that would
I
be
don't know.
really
They
dumb because
might.
you think right before like leading up to Endgame would be the time everyone would want to watch it. So don't do
Right.
that.
But still, I mean, isn't there a way you can like look up what's leaving and what's not on Netflix?
There's some website that tracks that. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe we'll keep track of that and be like, oh, making moves, I see.
Yeah.
But hmm. Also, I didn't realize how many James Bond movies were on Netflix.
Is it
All right, a lot of
all
them
of
right
them?
now.
Because
I
like
don't know
Casino
if it's all of
Royale
them.
and Spectre. I
Yeah,
think
but
so.
I know. I mean, like, there's For Your Eyes Only. There's Thunderball. There's what is this Moonraker? I've never even seen that one. There's a bunch of them on here. I mean,
Hmm.
The Spy Who Loved Me,
Wow.
Doctor No. That's a classic. There's a bunch of them on here. I think I don't know if they're all on here, but there's a good number of them. But
James Bond is
anyway,
one of those series that I just missed. Like I'm sure I would enjoy it, but I just same with Indiana Jones. They're all on Netflix. I just need to watch them.
you do. Indiana Jones is a good
Mm,
one. I mean, I think for more for like our audience and like our the kind of stuff that I think we both like, I think you'd like Indiana Jones more than
yeah,
James Bond.
yeah, and
But
especially after watching like Mission Impossible Fallout and the Kingsman movies, I just don't know how much
yeah,
James Bond will hold up. Those
yeah.
movies are flashy.
I mean, yeah, James Bond isn't bad, but yeah, I mean, after seeing because like John Wick and stuff, and
Yeah.
then you go see some of the older James Bond movies, you're kind of like, oh,
Mm,
okay.
okay.
Like it's James Bond, which is cool, but unless you're like over the moon about just the idea of James Bond, it's not as
Mm,
cool.
yeah. Time to move on to wait, is this for real?
Oh boy.
So, naturally, since we've been talking a lot about Captain Marvel and other Marvel stuff today, it only makes sense to go over Superman's Rogue Gallery.
Hmm. I was like, where's he going with it? Oh, nowhere close. Awesome. Okay.
Nope. So, if you forgot the rules,
Yeah.
this is a segment where I go over a villain, give you a little description of them, and then you have to determine whether or not this person is real or fake. So,
I need to.
let's start with the hobby robber. He steals your hobby related items and holds them for ransom. Apparently, Superman had, or at least Clark Kent, has a hobby of collecting antique clocks.
That sounds boring enough that Superman would do it, but this sounds really dumb.
Mhm.
But Superman's been around since I think 1938,
Yeah,
so he's probably got some dumb villains. So is it true?
it is true.
Boom. That's so stupid. All
That is
right, I
very
need to
dumb.
look.
That is
What is this?
very dumb.
What does this look like? You call it the hobby thief?
The hobby robber.
Hobby robber. Oh my gosh.
I'll admit I made this
No,
list so long ago I kind of forgot what they all look like, but I'm sure they all look
oh
ridiculous.
my gosh. You know what? When you Google it and then it doesn't immediately. Oh my god. What the heck?
They have like a top
It.
hat and a mustache.
I don't. Wait. I don't think so. Wait. Is this it? I can't tell. I'm not sure if Google even knows what I'm looking for.
Hobby robber Superman.
Hobby robber.
Okay, he has like a monocle and always
Okay,
smoking
there
a
he is. Okay, yeah, found it. Yeah, monocle, the very long cigar.
yeah, sure.
Oh
Why not?
boy. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Good gracious.
Hmm.
Wow. Okay, well that happened.
Yeah, he well, at one point stole Clark Kent's clock collection
So he
because he had
steals
one of
things
those
that are
apparently.
people's hobbies.
Yeah, and holds it for ransom.
Interesting. That's so stupid, but I feel like I could see a criminal doing that like now. Like
Yeah.
someone would like steal someone's like phone or something, or
Mm.
like their collection of I don't know, whatever.
Rocks or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, something or stamps. Does anyone even collect stamps? Do kids even collect stuff
I don't think
anymore?
anyone ever collected stamps.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Like if you did, why?
Why? With stamps. Like I collected cool rocks when I was small, but not stamps. 'Cause you can do stuff with rocks.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, do I actually collect anything?
Other than too many video games now.
This is true. I do it way too many. I didn't realize how many PS4 games I had. I was like, oh, I don't want to take a cup. I only have a few games. And I'm like, oh, oh. There's like multiple stacks. I'm like, oh wow, I play like none of these anymore. I should probably fix that, but eh.
Or sell them. But yeah.
Yeah, but well, I can get like $4 from GameStop.
Yeah, like 4 cents for the whole stack.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
worth
You
it.
go like go to the tournament. Yeah, this is 12 games. All right, that'll be 12.50. That's it? No, no, no. You give me 12.50 to take your game. Wait a minute.
What?
What? That's not right. You give me 12.50, I'll take it off your hands. Huh?
Hmm.
Huh? I don't know about
Okay. Next, Tectonicus. This is an alien that has complete control over the rock and earth. He is like 8 feet tall and super jacked.
that. What's his
His
name?
Tectonicus. His
Okay.
goal is to flip the world inside out and have full reign over both sides.
So weird. I'm gonna say no, and mainly because why would an alien have powers to control the Earth?
Like
Like I get what
like
you're saying.
asteroids and like, you know,
Yeah, yeah, I get it, but still, I don't know.
that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. Is it real?
Oh, it's fake. So
Yeah.
fake.
Good name though.
Yeah.
Well, okay, overkill, but I wonder what his power does.
Tectonicus. Huh.
Yeah,
Weird.
there you go. Avalanche. You got people like
Never
Avalanche,
guessed.
so I guess. Ooh, what's his power?
Okay. Amazing Grace. She's really pretty and immortal. That's it.
What?
She's really pretty and immortal.
And immortal.
That's it. That's all she got.
Immortal and no other powers that give
Nope.
immortality. Is she human or is she like
She's like basically a goddess,
interesting?
but like a really pretty one.
Really pretty,
Mhm.
immortal. Is that real?
That's real.
Real? Why is that real?
I don't know. Why is she an
So
amazing? Why is she
simple.
named after after a church song? I don't know.
I don't understand. What does this person look like? Okay. Really pretty and immortal. No actual superpowers. That's kind of dumb.
You're right.
Is she like? Oh, is she like from Apocalypse or something?
Maybe. Um,
Yeah, that's what it looks like from here.
I know it describes
But
her as being basically a goddess, so her being from Apocalypse would make sense.
okay. She is the sister of glorious Godfrey, able to accomplish able to accomplish a revolt and help with the help of Superman during the Legends crisis. Ooh. Her beauty and persuasive powers and manipulate the will of others. Interesting.
So yeah, really pretty.
Including. Yeah, okay. The comic didn't make her look. It didn't look that pretty.
Yeah.
What the hell? That must be some power because the prettiness isn't working for her. At least I don't think so. But okay, interesting. Moving right along.
Closter. Weird rock creature that lives in the sewers.
Foster, rock creature in the sewers.
Rock creature that lives in the sewers.
Why'd you say it like that?
Because he might be rock, he might be some other substance, not entirely sure, but he looks basically like a thing.
Okay. Is that real? That's not
That's
real.
real. That's real.
It's real?
Yeah.
What's he called?
Closter. Like
Claw?
claw. Stir.
Clawster. Oh crap! What the heck? Yeah, he looks like a mixture of the Thing, Killer Croc, and something else.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe a little Doomsday, I guess. Oh, yeah. Oh, apparently it's in a video game.
Which one?
The SES, the Super Nintendo Superman game.
Okay.
So
Like, were you
that's
strapped
pretty
for
real.
villains in the 90s? Like, what?
Sure. I mean, I don't know, man.
What was Brainiac not available? Like, come on.
I mean, look, man. Sometimes you gotta reach in the bottom of the barrel to pull out some good rogues gallery characters.
Did you say NES or SNES?
SNES.
Okay. Sure, why not? Sure.
Interesting. Cluster. Weird. Hold on, I want to read his bio really quick.
Yeah.
Let's see. When Brainiac's invasion with World is stopped, a group of aliens from World come to Earth Metropolis. Has the group steal weapons. Super Metropolis. Extremely durable rock-like entity. Repair and utilize. Chain plus Superman's death. Okay, so it just says he's some rock-like creature from outer space,
From
basically.
somewhere, yeah.
Yep, and he lived in the sewer because reasons.
Sure. Why not?
Maybe because I don't know.
He's too ugly to be among the surface dwellers.
I mean,
I don't know.
yeah. Maybe he just wants to hang out with Croc and compare scales. Like, who knows?
So, next, probably the weirdest one of this whole list, Microwave Man. He gave himself the power of invulnerability just by sticking his head in a bunch of microwaves. Maybe not literally, but like he used a bunch of literal microwaves to give him superpowers. He died the very second he beat Superman for the first time.
So stupid. Wait. So he used microwaves to get superpowers.
Yes. To become invulnerable. Like you cannot kill him.
I'm gonna say it's real based on the fact that it's old and they might not have known what microwaves did yet.
Yeah.
Ah!
He died the very second. Like, it's the very second he beat Superman the first time. Really?
That's so dumb. What? Oh, and his costume's weird too.
Like,
It's just
at least
a
give yourself
yellow
a better name. Microwave Man?
microwave. MW does not do well for you, my friend. Punch proof, bulletproof, capture proof. That's me, microwave man. That's such a.
If you're
I guess
bulletproof,
people
I'm
did.
pretty sure punch proof is implied.
I guess if Superman's punching you, it's not. But
Yeah,
I don't know. This is
sure.
microwave man. I just want like a show with like the most like obscure characters ever.
Yeah,
I'm kind of like, this is crazy. Microwave man?
why not?
Why?
Very,
So,
very intimidating name there you got there.
it sounds like he's a popcorn commercial mascot.
You're
Like,
right.
let me see. These are migrants. Okay. He only has one appearance ever.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he got his powers based on microwaves and it and yeah, I guess it was based on they didn't completely know how microwaves worked. I'm gonna see.
So,
I don't know, I'm gonna see if I can find a date on this guy. I can't find it. Oh well. The point is, it's weird, but it does in fact exist because comic books.
because comics. So, next. The Master Jailer. He can create and control chains.
Very straightforward, but is that one fake?
It's real.
Or that one? It's real.
Yeah.
Master Jailer.
Yeah. He
Interesting. Just
can
chain,
just-
any, are they like super chains or just any chains?
just create chains. From what I could tell, they're just chains. Just create them and use them like whips and tie you up and
Interesting.
stuff.
He has a cool design.
Yeah. Doesn't do much with it, but yeah.
No, Carl Draper apparently.
It's a solid name.
Oh. Okay, now that I look more into it, it looks more like some other stuff that shouldn't look like for a comic book. But anyway, you know
It's
what,
fine.
that's all right because that wasn't the initial intention. The older
Mm,
ones don't look like it, but the newer ones kind of do.
yeah, yeah.
But you know what, that's okay. Jeez.
Okay,
Oh, okay. Apparently he made an appearance in the Supergirl show. So
okay.
maybe if I watched that, I would have known that. But
Yeah, I don't plan to
yeah,
watch it anytime
no,
soon. So
no, me neither. But
yeah.
yeah, it looks like a sad Power Ranger in that.
That's kind of how a
Like
lot of CW things go, though.
yeah, that is true.
Okay, next. Sword Horde. She can pull swords out of hammer space and control them at will. She has various different
Ooh,
swords that she's collected over time that give her special abilities such as super speed and flight.
ooh,
And she can pull like any number of swords out. They can like fly around and like
that's pretty
she can make them
cool.
explode. Like she can do pretty much anything she wants with these swords.
That's kind of cool.
Mhm.
I like that. Hmm. But it's not real, is it?
No, it'd be cool though,
No.
wouldn't it?
See, it would be cool. See, that's the thing. I was like, that's too cool not to have even seen it somewhere. I
Mm.
feel like they would use that a lot.
I
But
guess my mindset of making this one is that it's a cool concept, but it wouldn't really do much against Superman.
right, like,
So like
it's
it's
like,
just
oh, sword.
swords.
He's like, oh, it's invulnerable unless it's a kryptonite sword or something. It's like,
Yeah, which I'm
unless
sure
they're magic.
Lex Luthor has one of those.
Oh,
He would
sure,
totally.
sure. Oh, this dude. I mean, this dude has kryptonite encrusted like boxing gloves. Like this dude has
Yeah.
everything. But I mean, then again, if they were magic swords, that would.
Mhm.
That
That
was
would
my
work.
thought.
Yeah.
I was like, if they're
Mhm.
magical, then boom, boom. But
Yeah.
moving right along.
Mr. Z, an
Oh
immortal
boy.
man that traps famous people in a crystal throughout time. I believe his story is that like he somehow time traveled back in time and just lived his life trapping famous people he doesn't like.
Can you imagine if someone like legit did that? Like they were just like, oh, I don't like this actor. Don't like gone
Breaks it out.
forever. No
Never like do.
explanation.
You know, like what? Huh?
Yeah, yeah, what, like what? Oh, that'd be so crazy. And the people would just be like, what happened to the person? We don't know. They're just
He's
gone.
gone.
Um, Mr. Z. Is that real?
Hmm.
That's so cool. I want to see that.
Yeah.
Mr. Z.
I don't know why it's called that, but
I don't know either.
yeah.
Let's see. Oh, he's got the mustache too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. He steals people and he holds them in a diving, it looks like.
Mm-hmm. And like some
Interesting.
crystal or some. I don't know if he has like multiple
Yeah,
crystals for each person or if they're all going to the same crystal, but
maybe,
yeah.
but
Why he doesn't trap Superman in that crystal, we'll never know.
I mean, it looks like here from what I'm seeing, he's trying. Hold on,
He's like
maybe
trying
it's
to.
past the story. Yeah, I guess apparently, yeah, I guess he tried to, but according to this, he couldn't somehow. I'm not sure why, or maybe Superman's just I don't know too super. Who knows?
Yeah.
But ooh, interesting. Okay, next thing.
Next one, Rythor, an ancient lightning spirit that takes the form of a giant thundercloud. He usually lies dormant inside someone he deems as a what's the best word? I did not write this part down. As a
Worthy vessel, I guess.
worthy vessel. That's the word. Yeah.
Oh. You say he's a lightning cloud?
Yes. And when he's when he like is possessing someone, they then also have lightning powers. But when like that
Ooh.
person gets knocked out or defeated, he then comes out in full storm cloudy
Okay.
form.
That's not real, is it?
No, no,
No. It's like a mixture of Doctor Fate and Shazam kind of in
yeah,
there.
yeah,
Interesting. Still cool. It's still a cool idea,
yeah.
but nah.
Another one I feel they would use more if it was actually real.
Yeah, that would have been kind of cool. Like, especially if, like Lois Lane got taken over by it. And he's like, I don't want to fight you, but also I have to fight you.
Yep. Okay. Last one. Sand creature. A sand being that looks, acts, and has all the same memories as Superman.
What? No.
It's real.
What? Really?
It's real.
Sand? Was it
Sand
sand?
creature. He
Sand
literally is
creatures.
Superman just made of sand, somehow has all the
That's
same memories and has the
there
same.
any? How does he have his memories?
I don't know.
Oh, dude, this thing looks so creepy. Oh my God, have you seen this thing? This
Yeah.
thing is
It's,
what the?
I don't like it.
Uh-uh. It has all of Superman's. Like, it's one thing if it looks like Superman, but it's like, does it have his powers too?
I don't think so.
Interesting.
I think it just
Let
thinks
me-
it is Superman and has the same sense of nobility, but it's just a stand guy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Uh, Superman, this is crazy. Sandman. Yeah, there's a lot of. That's an interesting rogues gallery you got there.
Mm-hmm. Microwave man.
Okay.
Why?
Microwave. All I know is that if Microwave Man isn't in the next Superman movie, I am very upset.
Mm-hmm.
I will revolt. I will. I am going to find Zack Snyder and be like, "Look, man, I don't care what you do with the next movie, but if Micro Man and Sand Creature aren't the two antagonists, I am absolutely done with you. Period."
And he's claimed he's read the comics, so surely he knows about these guys.
Okay, now that okay, like if he knew these people like this, I'd be very impressed
Yeah.
because I don't think most people know this.
I mean, I
Especially
didn't know
Microwave
anything
Man.
before.
No, I mean Microwave Man was in you said one issue,
Yeah.
or no, I think two issues, I think, but like one time, two times ever in all the Superman comics ever
Mm-hmm.
made. So I mean that's more than that's studying comics for a living, if you know that. But Microwave Man,
Yeah.
so obscure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was fun. Now, in other nerd news, um, how much of Arrow did you actually end up watching? Before it got canceled.
I have not watched the latest season that's on. I only watched the first six seasons,
Okay.
and like I like forced myself to watch the sixth season because I got tired of it.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of it,
Yeah.
and many times, like with Brooklyn Nine-Nine, when I heard that show was getting canceled, I like instantly jumped on it and watched it.
Mhm.
Arrow, now that it's getting canceled, I honestly, I still don't really care to watch it though.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the first now that I will say that the first two seasons are very good.
Hmm.
That's the thing. But the reason that I got tired of Arrow is because I knew how good it was going to be, and the show drastically went in the opposite direction, and then you just kind of it never really went back.
What
And
is it
like the
about
sixth,
season three of CW shows? Flash did the same thing. First two
right?
seasons are actually pretty good.
And then season three is like, eh, and then from there it's just like
Yep.
done. I don't know, man. Like it's so disappointing because like that I'll tell you like that second season of Arrow gets you going. Like
Mm,
it's really good. They got Deathstroke and
mm,
Deathstroke's really done well. And like it's really good. And then because they got backstory like Arrow does a good job in the beginning of mixing backstory slash flashbacks with what's currently going on and does
Hmm.
that really well.
Yeah.
And that was the thing that really got me hooked because half the episode you're trying to figure out, okay, how did we get here? And the other half is, okay, now that we're here, what do we do? And it's really good, but they
Hmm.
kind of go away from that, and the backstory gets way less interesting after a while.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of just like, can we just be done? And
Hmm.
then it gets bad.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, not too sad that it's ending. I think Stephen Amell did a good job, but
Oh
I
yeah.
think
Like
the show
eight
as a whole
seasons. I
kind of
think
just
that's
yeah,
plenty.
that's good.
That is a
Yeah, that's
good
good.
number.
That's a success for I think any show.
Hmm. Yeah. And I mean, hope maybe some years down the line, the CW will finally get their act together and actually, or even on the DC Universe streaming service, they'll either revive it or reboot the Arrow universe and just kind of go from there. There's still plenty of
Yeah,
opportunities to do stuff with these
yeah,
characters. So
or just do something with Batman. Don't do like makeshift Batman, which I mean they did a good job, but like it wasn't Batman, and you
mm,
were just kind of like disappointed.
yeah. Sticking in the DC area. So you know this Flash movie that is apparently happening at some point. Yeah.
Hmm.
So apparently Ezra Miller has suggested that he wants to write the script for the Flash with Grant Morrison's help in an attempt to make it a very very dark version of the character. The studio,
Mm.
knowing the Flash, they want it to be a more comical, lighthearted take on the character, like you probably do
Yeah.
with Flash. But Ezra Miller is like, if you don't do a darker tone, I'm not going to play Flash anymore. So he's trying to write it himself. And again, Grant Morrison is a pretty good writer. He makes some pretty good comics, but
Yeah.
it's just
I mean,
weird, right?
why are we doing Dark Flash? I mean, it's one thing when you have Dark Superman.
Mm.
It's like Flash, never really strikes me as, a very serious character. Like,
He's
don't
not.
get me
Yeah.
wrong. Like, I know he's not like yes, the Justice League character was like obviously the comic relief of the show, and that's not the only version of Flash that exists. But there's no version of the Flash I've seen that's been like straight up no jokes. Yeah, because like even in like the
Mm.
Flashpoint paradox, like that's an extremely serious situation, but he's still not completely broody and crap. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, but. I mean, again, this movie might not be. I still don't think this movie's gonna happen.
Ever.
I don't.
Yeah. No.
Like, I don't. But
Mm. I mean, I don't think the studio is going to accept Ezra Miller's script, even with Grant Morrison's help. So even if the movie does happen, I don't think Ezra Miller is going to end up being the Flash anymore. But
mm,
I don't. We'll
I mean,
see.
we don't
We'll see.
have that. We're looking for Batman, so if we have to look for a new Flash, I'm not too mad about it. Especially, I wasn't really that invested in Ezra Miller to begin with. Not
He
that he's bad, I just don't really care.
he's a fine actor. I just don't think he played. He just wasn't a great Flash. Like from a design wise, just from how he acted, it just. I didn't really like his costume either. It was just
Yeah, me neither.
a weird take on the character.
His,
Yeah.
his costume is kind of. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't like a lot of costumes. 'Cause I didn't really like the Batman costume either.
Yeah,
Like personally, it was
especially
kind
the
of it
Justice League
looked.
one. Like it was something about the cowl. The cowl
Yeah,
on
it just
Justice League
didn't
just looked
look right. It was
rough.
too. It kind of looked like he looked. It looked like too fat. I guess is
It
another
looked
thing.
too
I don't
tight
know.
on him. It was too tight on him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it didn't really. I don't know. It's just the shape didn't look good to me.
Mm,
I don't know,
yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah. Whatever. So this next one kind of came out of nowhere. Apparently, Drake and Josh might be getting a reboot.
Wait. Before I react, this is the same people just making it more of the show. Or like
the
Drake Bell and Josh Peck and like, are
they
they still in it?
they in a video or either like a Twitter announcement or something said that they're heavily considering bringing the show back.
Yes. I don't care. Sure, yes, I'm
Sure.
on for it. Like I don't like I love that
Yeah,
show. So
yeah.
like I'm all for it.
Because I know
But,
they had like a falling out, kind of.
right, allegedly, because he
You
didn't
know,
invite him to his wedding or something. But
yeah. But recently they've been doing like a lot of like YouTube stuff together. Like they have
yeah,
their own YouTube channel together, so it either they didn't actually fall out or they're back together now. It
I don't know.
I
All I'm
wasn't
saying is
expecting this. Go.
if they make a show where they're like older and come back, like that'd be
Yeah,
great. I'd be all for that. But they
yeah.
have to have the same humor that goes with it, though. That's
Oh
the
yeah,
thing.
still have Megan in
And
there.
also,
Like,
yeah, but also like the Dan Schneider stuff that's come out kind of recently might be a
oh yeah.
little
I
shaky on
mean,
that.
maybe it won't even
But
be on Nickelodeon. I don't know.
yeah, that's true. But I mean, yeah, it probably won't be on Nickelodeon, but I don't
Mm.
know because I know they had like a little cameo on this like show. You ever hear that show Grandfather that came out a couple of years ago? Josh Peck was on it, and
Yeah,
Drake Bell made a quick cameo, and
I've
they
seen
made a
that
little
clip. Yeah.
reference to it. Yeah,
Mm.
but I mean, again, I wasn't a big fan. I think that show only had the one season,
Mm.
but but yeah, I think that'd be amazing. I mean, I was literally watching that show this weekend with some friends. So like, yeah, I'd be really good. That show had a great sense of humor and like,
Mm.
it's really memorable. One of my favorite Nickelodeon shows for
Oh
sure.
yeah, like it's honestly, I don't know if Nickelodeon has made a at least a live action show better. That has, I don't know if they made one that is better than that since then.
Nah, I don't
I mean,
think
no,
so.
most of them haven't been great anyway. But like, it's just a
I think
solid
iCarly,
show. Like, there's not
yeah,
much
I
to
mean,
really complain about.
yeah, I mean, it's a really good show. The dynamic between the brothers is absolutely amazing. Like,
Yeah.
it's really good. And I don't know, it's one of the most genuine, like, brother relationships, TV wise, I've seen personally.
Mm.
Because, some episodes they're, doing really good and vibing together and doing stuff. And then some episodes they want to kill each other.
Mm.
And then, like, it just works well, especially, like, I know you have a brother, like, both of us have brothers. So, like, how it is with a
Yeah.
brother sometimes. So, like, it was very relatable because like for
Mm.
me and like I was Josh and my brother was Drake, so it was like very much relatable for me.
Mm.
But yeah, I love that show. Then
Yeah.
if they bring back Miranda Cosgrove to play Megan, that'd be really good. It's like she
Mm.
could still be evil, but then she's grown up, so she could be even more evil now. Like, just imagine Megan with a drone and just like it
Oof.
like comes
Yeah.
down and picks Drake up. He's like Megan, Megan just drops her in a pool or something. Like, oh my gosh, that could be amazing.
Oh yeah. They're like a modern Drake and Josh like that. There's so many
That
opportunities for.
sounds good,
Mm.
right? Like, so
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully they actually make this like if I mean this recent trend of rebooting stuff that everyone likes. Keep it up, please.
good.
Sure.
Just do it well. Don't ruin it.
Yeah.
That's what I do ask. Because
Yeah.
some things that have been rebooted that people like has not gone well.
Mm.
But
We don't need to go into those right now, but
no, we don't. No, we
you know the
don't.
ones.
That's a conversation for another day.
Hmm. Okay. Now, finish up with Nerd Clash. So, now that we have both finally seen Captain Marvel, I think it's finally time we do Captain Marvel versus the other Captain Marvel, Shazam.
Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna say Marvel's Captain Marvel slash Miss Marvel
Why do you say
because
that?
I say that, well, one, because usually a lot of like usually I try to put her like on par with like people that like that Shazam has faced in DC universe. And I say like she's not. I'm not gonna say she's on Superman's level, but she's
Hmm.
kind of ish Superman-y. So
Yeah.
like that kind of makes sense. And then without if it wasn't for his weakness to magic, Superman would take Captain Marvel pretty much every
Hmm.
time. So I feel like she would also be able to take him, and also I feel like his control of lightning, like his lightning ability, would kind of be a little less than her photon powers a little
Yeah.
bit.
My thing is that Captain Marvel has, the speed of Mercury, the intelligence of
Right,
Solomon or whatever. Like,
right. Wisdom of Solomon and all that.
yeah. I just don't know if Captain Marvel. I guess I'm not entirely sure how much speed would become a factor, but regardless, I don't think Captain Marvel is even close to as fast as Shazam.
Yeah. Well, yeah, maybe not speed wise. I guess he. I don't know because it doesn't. Because I know Captain Marvel doesn't have. I don't think she has super speed of any capacity.
I mean, she
Does she?
she does have super speed, but not. I don't think it's nearly as fast as Shazam because Shazam is like basically as fast as Superman, and Superman is
Right.
almost as fast as Flash for some reason.
Yeah, Flash is as fast as time basically,
Yeah,
but
way
we don't need
faster
to
than
go into.
Quicksilver, and Quicksilver is the fastest anyone in Marvel goes.
Right. So I guess that's yeah. So I guess he would have the speed edge then. That would
Mm,
and with both of them having super strength as well, I think that would give
yeah,
him a very significant
I don't
edge.
know exactly their peak strength ability, like as far as like what they've shown, but as comics, they both have ridiculous strength
Yeah,
feats. That's I have no
like
question.
everyone can. I mean, everyone can throw a planet with one hand, like
Yeah,
at this point.
yeah.
But
Also, the main outside of speed, which I don't even really know how much of a factor that would be, the main thing that makes me think Captain Marvel might or Shazam's Captain Marvel might have this is is the like him saying Shazam and the lightning coming down. That is shown to be like his
super
finisher move.
powerful. Right.
And like three of those took out Starro, which is
Pretty. Yeah,
pretty dang OP.
this
Um,
is true.
I'm just not sure exactly if
She could handle that.
Captain Marvel can handle multiple of those.
Yeah, but on the flip side, no, I'm just kidding. I don't have anything. But
Also, like the fact that he can also become a kid, like if he outruns her and then she goes around a corner and just like she just sees Billy there, she's all confused, like, oh, like do you need help, kid? And then she like picks him up and then he calls down the lightning again. Like,
Shazam!
yeah, there are different ways for him to trick her with that.
Yeah, that's true.
Then again, I
Yeah, because you don't
feel
expect a 10-year-old to do that too. But
yeah. Then again, her having like Kree level fighting ability, which they're one of the most militaristic races in the
right,
galaxy.
Billy Batson doesn't really have
He's just a kid.
fighting.
He
Yeah, he's
might
a
like
kid. He just
through
punches
having
things.
Shazam powers, he might have like innate like reaction and fighting ability, but as far as
Mhm.
like the training goes, I think natural like gifted
Yeah,
ability is probably inferior to actually training for it.
yeah, that's true. And like, well, I don't know, because like. I think the training, even since they both have super strength, so I think the training does give her more of an edge. Because I mean, because you saw like from what we've seen, like you've seen this train. This training was pretty intense. They know how
Yeah,
to fight. Versus, a kid who just used to punching things and all his problem goes away. I mean, I don't
mm-hmm.
know how much training a 10-year-old probably has, despite being in the Justice League, but I don't think
Yeah,
he really goes through any kind of combat training. So
yeah,
we've seen that being stronger than someone with no training does not automatically mean what you're the better
mm-hmm.
person. Like straight up, you can get
Yeah.
rocked. So
Like I would imagine at some point Billy is trained with Black Canary at least a little bit, but
mhm.
probably not to the rigorous extent that Carol Danvers
No,
did.
no, not at all. I mean, they're basically a warrior race versus, you know,
Yeah,
occasionally training lessons probably at the most.
yeah. So even though I don't think Captain Marvel could withstand multiple Shazam lightning bolts, I don't think she would get hit with more than one.
Yeah,
And yeah,
and if that's his best move, then he's out of luck,
mm,
basically.
yeah, and I'm not exactly sure the extent of how powerful the lightning he could shoot out of his fingers is, but probably not as strong as one of
No,
Carol Danvers'
not like No, it's
Photon
not on
Blast.
Photon Blast level. I doubt it.
Yeah. So yeah, good job,
Long
Captain
story.
Marvel. You did good, Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel, you'll get it next time, Captain. Oh my gosh. That's gonna get old super fast. Ugh. I'm glad they changed that. I am because it was because it was originally it was he was Captain Marvel and she
Mm,
was Miss Marvel,
yeah.
but then it was like I guess people were getting thinking why is Captain Marvel a DC character? That makes no sense. So they're
Yeah,
just like okay,
I think Marvel actually sued DC or something, and then they settled it. Like it didn't actually end up going anywhere, but DC did decide we're
it's
basically
just
marketing our competition through this character, so let's change his name. So,
yeah, I guess that would
and
make more
then Miss
sense.
Marvel then became Captain Marvel after Captain Marvel became Shazam. So,
Yeah, that makes sense.
yep,
Isn't it weird though that they're both coming out the same year though?
yeah, very.
Right?
In a way, I kind of wish they had called them both Captain Marvel. Like that would have been funny.
It's like, oh, did you see Captain Marvel? Dude, Captain Marvel hasn't come out yet. What are you talking about? No, dude, I just saw Captain Marvel. It was great. Dude, that was the trailer for Captain Marvel. No, this is the trailer for Captain Marvel. Dude, Captain Marvel can wreck Thanos. Dude, Captain Marvel can't fight Thanos in the wrong either. No, 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 this Captain. No, 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 no. Well, she's just a 10-year-old. She's not a 10-year-old. He's a 10-year-old. But wait. I thought she was an alien. They're all aliens. No, he's not. No, 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 no. Ah.
Exactly.
And then nerds rage,
Mm-hmm.
basically, which is just what they were gonna do anyway. But now they have more of a reason.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, is there anything else you want to discuss before we sign off?
Uh, no, no, it's good. But I will say they didn't just make an honest trailer for Aquaman. I thought it was pretty good. So
I need to get back into honest trailers. I haven't watched them in a couple of months.
they're pretty good, dude. I gotta give props. Honest trailers are funny because
Mm-hmm.
I remember they did one for the X-Men movie, and you know how they do like the starring. And
Mm-hmm.
they did one for Professor Xavier, and they made. I don't. Have you seen South Park?
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
yeah,
well, like
yeah,
I've seen some of it, like
yeah.
not a lot,
So
but I've seen enough.
they do like Professor. They go Timon. It's like yeah,
Mm-hmm.
dude. It was incredibly fun. Like I literally I laughed, dropped my phone. Like I lost it. That was so funny. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, honest trailers, they've been pretty good lately.
Mm-hmm.
So. Shout out to them. Maybe they'll give us a shout out on their
Maybe
next honest
hopefully.
trailer. But, you never know. I mean, it's the YouTube community, man. And,
Yeah,
people look out for each other, probably.
honestly, if Screen Junkies did like somehow find this channel, that'd be awesome.
I'm sure they have. Oh, dude, that'd be insane. I'm sure we'd get like 1 billion views
Mm,
and then go back to like 12. It'd be great.
yeah. Hey,
Well,
yeah,
if we keep bringing it up, it'll
eventually,
at some point
I
come
keep
up
tagging
again.
in the YouTube description.
Somebody
We'll
will.
eventually get noticed, right?
Right, yeah. Shameless plug here and there. We help them out. Well, our fan base will learn more about them. It'll be
Yeah.
great. You know, their extra 3 subscribers. Uh,
Self-deprecating humor is the greatest thing ever.
it is. It is hilarious.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Captain Marvel yet, no, statistically you have, but if you somehow haven't, highly recommend it.
You already
I think
have.
it's already over 800 million, so
Is it really?
it beat
Oof.
out Winter Soldier. I think it's yeah, I think they said it crossed 800 mil. So
Man, that was fun. Do you think it's gonna hit 1 billion?
I mean, we till Shazam 3.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it'll get there
you
because
think
it
it'll
got
get
another 60 mil this past weekend,
Gosh.
if not more. I think maybe more than that, but like it
I don't know.
that might have
I
just been
feel
a
like just
mistake.
more.
Just yeah, it'll
I
if
feel
Aquaman can hit a bill, it'll eventually hit a bill.
That's what I'm saying. Like reaching 1 billion doesn't feel like a milestone anymore. I think it's one because movie tickets have gone up, and
Yeah,
two because I feel like everyone's seeing movies now.
yeah. I mean, I think it might just be the fact that Venom got over 800 mil,
Right?
Aquaman got over 1 billion.
It's so cheap. Like,
Yeah,
dude, that movie did not like. I like Aquaman, but that did not deserve 1 billion.
no. Even like Beauty and the Beast made 1.3 billion. Like, come. These
I mean,
some movies just don't deserve to be seen in theaters. It's just any.
yeah, I don't know. I think Beauty and the Beast made more sense just because people wanted to see it again in theaters, and it's like, oh, they're gonna, it's gonna be real like live. That was the first live action one that they were kind of
Yeah,
making, I think, as far as I can remember. So I think
I
people were
mean, I
just
think
sold on the
Cinderella came
idea.
out like 3 years before that, but it was the
Oh
first one,
well,
like in first
it
one
was
of the big
legit.
string of yearly movies.
Yeah, like legit. This is gonna be awesome,
Yeah. So I
supposedly.
guess that makes sense,
No,
but still, I don't know if it deserves. But
yeah,
whatever,
I mean, hey,
whatever.
they made their money. That's all that
Yeah,
matters to them.
yeah. And also, I think Incredibles made a bill last year, which I mean, it was incredible, so
Yeah,
it
it
was
did.
going to.
I think it was like 1.2. Yeah, but
Yeah,
I think that one made more sense because everyone was ready for that movie.
yeah, yeah. And then of course, Avengers making 2 bill, and also like Star Wars movies making like. There are just so many movies, so many big name movies now that make over 1 billion. It just doesn't. Or like,
Movies are movies are
yeah,
good now.
yep.
Like going to the movies is a privilege these days.
Mm,
Like I remember it used to be like go to the movies maybe a couple times. Now it's like I need to go to the movies. I have to see
yeah.
this stuff.
I'm so upset I didn't get to see Lego Movie in theaters. Like I wanted to so badly, I just never got around to it.
Oh my gosh. You done on the second one?
Yeah,
Yeah. Is it out of theaters now? Probably. It's been out for
probably.
like a month.
Even if it
Yeah.
is, I feel like there's too much other stuff to either save up for or watch.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Like, dude, God, yeah. I mean, you got Shazam's coming out. You got Endgame is right around the
yeah,
corner.
How
You
to
got
Train Your
summer
Dragon is
movie.
still in theaters, so
Yeah.
that's round out that
Have you
trilogy.
seen? Have you seen that?
Nope.
Oh my gosh, I got. I haven't either. I forgot about that too.
Hmm. Yeah.
Oh man, but
And then May is
yeah,
also crazy with movies with Detective Pikachu and
hmm
John Wick 3. So I think one other thing. So
my wallet's gonna be busy, but it's fine.
yeah, it's fine.
Fine, fine. Everything's fine.
And with that, we will see you all next time.
Take care. Yeah.